Good morning and welcome to News You Missed.
Good morning, everybody. It's the 2nd of September 2025, and September is not failing to inform us on what's going on in the world. We've got Asia. A new world order is starting to show its head now, but more about that later. Good morning, Drew. Good morning, Warren. How are you both?
Absolutely fine. Good morning to the pair of you. It's wonderful to see you. Just to clear up a couple of things for you. Very first story, and good morning to everybody in the chat. There was a lot of nonsense put out about Ursula von der Leyen's plane being interfered with, and it was being interfered with by, of course, those dastardly Russians. Well, it turned out it was a complete lie. The Financial Times and Ursula von der Leyen are lying through their teeth. We have the flight log here, literally, which shows that it was held in a holding pattern. It was just over an hour's flight. It was held in a holding pattern for 11 minutes. The fact that it was delayed for an hour in the skies because China mucked about with their GPS is complete nonsense. The tower and neither the tower nor the flight crew actually turned around and reported any problems whatsoever with the GPS, and when it was checked, it was found to be completely okay. So the Financial Times or Ursula von der Leyen has put that story out there to try and garner sympathy and, of course, throw the Russians under the bus.
Morning, guys. Morning, everyone. I have some juicy news for you guys. First up, Putin's man says a new alliance is forming, and they're calling it, drumroll, Q+. Now, for those who've been following the drops, you know Q has long been believed to be the man at the very top, maybe even Trump himself. The outlook, the media will laugh this off, but for believers, this isn't coincidence, it's confirmation. My opinion, after years of codes and whispers, suddenly Q+ is on the global stage. That's not politics, that's a signal. And just so you guys know, they believe in calling it Q+. It's a brand new alliance between the United States and Russia. So let's see what happens. What's your thoughts, guys?
Well, Drew, that's an interesting one that you've come out with this morning, because I think that's on the back end of President Trump is set to make a surprise announcement today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time from the Oval Office live. The White House has not disclosed the topic of the address, fueling speculation about its content. But this also comes amid rumours concerning the president's health following his recent absence from public events and online discussions about his well-being. Despite these rumours, Trump has posted on social media stating he has never felt better in his life.
Yeah, absolutely. And other people that are saying they've never felt better in their life would be the leaders of the three massive countries of India, Russia and China, who have all got together on the global stage. Now, the reason the Western media are having such a meltdown might be the fact that not simply because of the BRICS, but also it is part of the SCO, which means they're having security meetings with other countries as well to stop the insurgents that are paid for, shall we say, by Western influencers or by Israel to go into those countries and destabilize them. They are now turning to Russia and China, along with India's financial help, of course, or structural help, to stop that from happening. So many of these smaller countries are drifting away from the West and going to the BRICS because obviously they don't want to see their countries overturned or go through civil wars anymore. And BRICS, of course, is you are not allowed to join it if you've got sanctions against any country whatsoever.
Wow. Warren, what is going on over in China at the moment is phenomenal, because Chinese President Xi Jinping has urged members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that's a new one that we're going to hear a lot of over the next few months, years, to stand together against what he called the hegemonism and power politics. Speaking at the SEO summit in Tianjin, Xi called for a fairer global order, opposing Cold War style confrontation and promoting multipolar cooperation. He praised the group's growing economic power, now worth $30 trillion, and pledged more investment in trade, education, and technology. Leaders from over 20 nations and major international organisations are attending the gathering. Drew, what's your next story?
Well, it's all happening today. It seems we're going to move on to Venezuela. The Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is calling on Trump to cooperate on ending drug trafficking, saying Caracas has the experience and is ready to help. But here's the twist. Maduro also claims 8 US warships armed with 1,200 missiles are targeting Venezuela right now. The outlook, tensions in South America is heating fast. When a man begs for peace while counting income warships, you know diplomacy is on thin ice.
Wow. Do you know what, Drew? I've got to say, the war on drugs has been going on forever. And you're going to have to excuse me on this one. Why don't they just carpet bomb all the fields and just keep carpet bombing them? We've got enough satellites and everything out there. So the question is, do they want the drugs trade to continue?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're completely right. They certainly want the Gazan war to continue. We have managed to get hold of a leaked document which shows exactly what's going to happen to Gaza once it's been completely cleared of Gazans. Now, of course, this is called the Great Trust. And, of course, it's got many, many people, including an EV building zone for Elon Musk. This includes flats, it includes waterfront properties, it includes infrastructure, banks and everything else. This is what the Gaza of the future will be look like once they have cleared the entire area of Palestinians. This is going to be a separate economy. The West Bank, where Israel is going to control the security, Gaza faces long-term contraction, poverty, and extreme aid dependency, which makes it worth nothing. So they're going to clear it of the Palestinians, and they're going to build this with the help of the Abraham's Accord. And this leaked document will cause some embarrassment to those that are named in it.
Wow. I mean, we dug into this deeply last night on your show, Warren, and
Yes.
It's quite concerning how brazen the plan is from Israel to just rebuild the whole place. I don't know what to say on that one, really. It's shocking how they've just wiped out a country and decided to build their own.
Yes, in conjunction with the UAE, it might be said as well as America and as well as many big businesses.
Well, on to my next story. In Indonesia, protests have escalated after the death of a motorcycle taxi driver run over by police during a rally. Overnight, the home of Finance Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati was looted in South Tangerang near Jakarta. Witnesses said hundreds of people stormed the house, stealing electronics, clothes, household items. Though the minister was not inside, the unrest has now spread to lawmakers, with several politicians' homes also attacked. These are the most violent protests of President Prabowo Subianto's term so far, testing his leadership less than a year into office. Warren, you're over that way. What you've got more info on this? What is it?
Yeah, very simply, what has happened is they voted to give themselves 10 times the amount of the national minimum wage, this is the government, for housing. Just basically, we think in the UK when a housing minister claims money for a second home, they're taking the mickey a little bit. Well, these are taking the absolute pee here because they voted 10 times the national minimum wage per year for their housing. And of course, the Indonesians rose up about this, and when the Indonesians are pretty laid back, but when they get upset about something, they get upset. They literally broke it. They set fire to lots and lots of buildings. They were out on the streets rioting. They broke into ministers' homes and relieved them of all their goods, including grand pianos and everything else that they took away. And of course, then they had, should we say, the army were told they were allowed to shoot protesters who were burning stuff. Of course, the army refused to do that. The government backed down, and within 24 hours, they cancelled the payments to themselves.
Drew, what's your next story? I love the people.
Well, Sorry to bear bad news, tragic news. A 6.0 magnitude earthquake has struck eastern Afghanistan, leaving more than 600 dead and thousands injured. International aid will be critical. A reminder that while politicians argue, nature always gets the last word.
Wow, it's so sad to hear that. I mean, hundreds of people have died, and we've got to just take a moment to pray for those people and their families. Now, my next story is one of happiness, and I'm quite happy on this one. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani is set to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Donald Trump announced on Truth Social. Giuliani, praised for his leadership after 9/11, previously served as Trump's personal lawyer. The award, the nation's highest civilian honor, recognizes individuals who make exceptional contributions to the country. Giuliani recently suffered minor injuries in a car accident in New Hampshire, but it's unclear when he will formally receive the medal.
My next story is about the Ukrainian flamingos. Now, they're the name for the supposedly new missile that they're going to be firing into Russia. Now, the problem that we have with these flamingos is, of course, they're old British, old British missiles. They're old, they're slow, everything else. And, of course, they've just been repackaged. Now, they are looking into the corruption of this because there is a lot of money being flowing all over the place. And of course, people are just taking the mickey out of this completely because it's been exposed as a total scam. And these are old British missiles. They're old, they're slow, they're not hypersonic. They're going to get shot out of the air in 5 minutes. The Ukrainians, of course, are saying something completely different. They are turning around and saying Ukraine flamingos may be slow and old, but they're ready.
Oh dear, Warren, what a story. Drew, what's your next one?
My final story, guys. Apple says it will update the iPhone 12 across the EU after Brussels confirmed it doesn't meet health standards for radio transmitters. A software tweak might calm regulators, but consumer trust could wobble. First they bent the phone, now they're bending the rules.
Do you know what, Drew? This is something that we've been talking about for years now. Radio frequencies, 5G, 2G, 3G, you name it. They've not been doing us any favours. And every man out there, I wholeheartedly recommend, don't put the phone in your pocket near your crown jewels, because you may just get some adverse effects. And, well, now Europe has exposed this. People need to start taking their phone health more seriously. And my final story of the day, and this is one, it is almost like every couple of months we hear about some sick politician who is a pedo, attracted to children. It's strange, but guess what? In Denmark, former Minister Henrik Sass Larsen has been sentenced to 4 months in prison for possessing thousands of child sexual abuse images and videos. Once a senior Social Democrat and Trade Minister, Larsen admitted having the files but claimed he was searching for evidence of his own childhood abuse, an explanation the court rejected. The case, which surfaced in 2024, forced him out of politics and has sparked public anger, with critics saying the punishment is too light. His lawyer says an appeal is being considered. Well, that was the news on the 2nd of September 2025. It's not failing to surprise us what's going on in the world, but there is hope. We are now seeing the BRICS nations all coming together to create a level playing field. And for me, that gives me massive hope, because we've seen the destruction that has been caused by the West across the Middle East and so many other countries. So it's about time we see a level playing field. So thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is a personal message from me. If you see a video on Facebook, you are following an imposter. I am not on Facebook. I have not been on Facebook since June 2020 when they removed me. Please redirect to watch all of my videos at charlieward.com. All official social media links are on my website. We urge you to stop following fake channels. I will never message you in a video. I will never ask you for money. I will never message you privately. I will never contact you directly. I will never ask you to email any information directly. I will never sell you cryptocurrency or any currency or ask you to open a quantum financial system wallet. Please do not get caught by these scammers who are out there. I do not endorse other truthers so that an imposter can say that I've said this. I will not ask you directly or indirectly to open a quantum wallet, so please be careful. If you want to check out the validity of anything, contact us directly via our website at charlieward.com. There's a contact page there. We have a customer care team there to help you.